to the modern era of the NBA.
I know y'all remember this man. Oh shit, of course
By
Steph.
shattering every three-point record
Nah,
on the
Steph is
books
that man.
season after season, he was rightfully crowned as the poster child for
That's,
unleashing
oh
a
my
whole new
gosh.
off-the-dribble long-distance
Oh my
shooting
gosh.
attack that had a number of guards
Stop.
follow suit. But was he really the first
Matthew,
to do this?
you think you're that man?
If you don't know that back in the late 80s and early 90s,
Damn, that's my team too. Look, that's the team too. Ty Lawson. The fuck is that? Gallinari. Who the fuck is that? I don't know who that was standing up, but I know those two for sure. Niggas flying. That bitch is flying. Let's get to it. God damn. Hate his ass. Let's get to it though. He a bust. He a buck. He a buck. Definitely not a bust. Pause. He's not a bust though. This I forgot. That's the reason why we went to it.
Contributions to the game are profound and deserve real attention.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 1988, where a freshman at LSU named Chris Jackson burst onto the scene.
Okay.
Dropping over 30 a game on a
Oh my god. 30 a game? They're not playing 1988, so nah, they're definitely not. Shaq is already in the league. No, Shaq's not in the league yet. He probably plays with Shaq. Let me watch. My bad. Let me watch.
But what you'll notice right off the bat is how quickly he attacked. Didn't wait for the offense to set up and just hunted buckets off the dribble. Coming off pick and rolls might look like the norm now, but let me assure you, in college back then, hardly anybody ever ran them. And if they did, you'd never see a three-point shot taken. Never.
Balling.
Jackson raining down threes.
This nigga was balling, guys. Take that shit off. This nigga was fucking balling.
Long twos. Float.
Long twos is crazy but horrible at the same time.
And finishing strong at the
shit.
rim, even though he's shorter than I am. I had the pleasure of interviewing Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf as part of the Big Three playoffs, where he was an instrumental part of the three-headed monsters at age 50, proving that guys who can get buckets can always get buckets. So I'm your age. I grew up the same time. I was a good shooter from three, but we would get benched and cut from the team if we shot a three off the dribble. So I'm curious, why did they allow you to do that? And did you feel like a pioneer even back then?
Well, I mean, I was playing that way coming up through junior high and high school.
Really?
So when they're used to seeing that, it's easier to allow a guy to do it. I tell guys all the time, if you're going somewhere and people don't know you, people are watching when you listen, when you think that they aren't watching.
Nah, that's some real shit. That's some real shit. Niggas are not, you feel me, practice. Like, even the games you get blown out or you blowing niggas out, like, niggas are watching you then. Like, nigga, okay, what is he doing now? You feel me? You gotta be that man at all times.
Get in practice, lean. Before you start playing with somebody, because you have to train the person's eyes. Get used to seeing. If the coach is not used to seeing and all of a sudden you pull it and you miss, it doesn't look normal. If he see you working on that stuff in practice and all of a sudden you do it every now and then, it's like, okay, you've trained his eyes to look for those things. And you got it good. So
His college exploits led him to break several freshman scoring records. First-team All-American and SEC Player of the Year 2 years in a row. And that led the Denver Nuggets to draft him with the third overall pick behind Derek Coleman and Gary Payton. And while his Denver team led the league in three-point attempts that year, it was only 12.9 a game. And
damn, 12 threes a game for the whole team.
Jackson was stuck behind another point guard who dominated the ball and actually shot a lot of threes for any era in Michael Adams.
Who? I don't never know I heard of this nigga. Bro, this probably fucking sucked. I mean, no disrespect to Michael Adams. Obviously, he was a buck. But fuck, come on, bro.
The irony that Jackson got to the one team willing to spread the floor and let him shoot threes off the dribble.
Oh shit, dropping niggas.
Only to already have that guy playing over 35 minutes a game is all kinds of unfair. The Nuggets traded Adams away the next season, but started shooting Winston Garland instead, leaving Jackson to get a meager 19 minutes a game. It was at this point that Jackson changed his name to Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf and converted to Islam. While the NBA had seen players do this in the
niggas hate that. He about to be a buck too, second year.
Past, most notably Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, this would become a source of controversy later. By his third year, the Nuggets finally saw the light and installed him as a starter, where he promptly led the team in scoring. And here is where he had a 3-year run of off-the-dribble highlights that we just hadn't seen much from any player, much less the point guard. Back then, point guards were supposed to be pass first, and rarely did you see...
He was bucketing. That was Jason Kidd right there. He was bucketing with the hair. Jason Kidd with hair. Get your dumb ass up.
Back then,
twice.
Point guards were supposed to be pass first.
Twice.
And rarely did you see winning teams have points that led the team in field goal attempts. The Nuggets steadily improved with Abdul-Rauf running the show. But I'd argue he wasn't unleashed enough, primarily to take more threes. The reason Michael Adams took over...
That was nice against John Stockton too. Most steals ever.
A game in 90-91.
That nigga was shooting that bitch.
Because the head coach was Paul Westhead, where at Loyola Marymount he became one of the architects.
Oh shit, that's the nigga from the fucking Magic. That's the nigga from the Magic Lakers Dynasty show with the nigga from Step Brothers and shit. You feel me? Paul Westhead. That's that nigga. He went to the Nuggets after. Nah, he wasn't gonna get it done. I could have said that, bro. Let me be a GM, bro. Let me be a GM or at least assistant GM, and I promise you, Nuggets are on timing. Vote that. We're up. Put that on my soul.
Architects of modern basketball as we know it today.
Yeah, exactly. What?
His teams pushed the ball fast and spread the floor for lots of threes.
But
by this time, Westhead was long gone, replaced by a traditionalist in Bernie Bickerstaff.
Yeah, we know.
Who did the best he possibly could with an offense that simply wasn't allowed to take threes at all. By 1995-96, he was officially unguardable, handing a great Jazz team and John Stockton 51 points from
50
all over the floor, including off the threes, as well as kickouts from the post. No matter where the defense was, it didn't matter. Then he led his team to one of the 10 victories opponents had over arguably the best team ever assembled in the 72-10 Chicago Bulls, filling it up for 32 points against an assortment of players.
Come here, Mike.
Michael Jordan.
Come here, Mike, for a three.
And they even unleashed him from three-point land a little bit. His career-high 5.4 attempts served to open up the...
Only 6 attempts, not even 6. That's, you gotta round down because it's less than 5. Feel me? Nigga, 5 attempts a game for his greatest.
For everyone on the team, and without question, this is what led him to his best overall everyone on the team, and without question, this is what led him to his best overall.
Was that Kevin Johnson? I don't know who that is.
Handing out a career-high 6.8 assists, while also nailing 39% of his threes. If you're enjoying this kind of detailed insight into Abdul-Rauf's game, you've got to check out our friends over at Playmaker. They do videos on the best NBA players and how they execute their pet moves. To give you insight into how much of a craft Abdul-Rauf considers the art of shooting, he told me that great shooters can't be satisfied with just making the jump shot.
But for me, it's a little different. I'm always trying to not just think about making it. It gets to the point of how you make it. That's when you get to precision shooting. There are people that are happy just making 10 or 20. But then it's like, okay, I want them to go all net. I want them to come back to me. I want them to go off the glass and go in. I want them to go off the glass and go all net. And that's when that's a whole different ball game a whole nother level when you get into shooting. And then you're working off the dribble. You're imagining people swiping at the ball. You imagine the hand in your face. And the more you do it, it becomes like second nature.
This nigga is a bug. You hear the way he's talking? This nigga still does this.
And I think this is the best way to train. It's like Bruce Lee said back in the day, boards don't hit back. So you want to train as if though someone...
We should file a claim. Does that...
No, it didn't, guys. No, it didn't.
With this type of mindset, no wonder
Exactly.
he was such a good shooter. He also has Tourette's syndrome, which was almost an advantage for him. Despite having tics he couldn't control, his need to practice until it quote-unquote felt right gave him an incredible work ethic required to achieve the kind of skill level and finishing ability that most 6-foot guards can't muster. This should have been the beginning of a 7 or 8 year run of all-star games, accolades, and the inspiration for a generation of young guards.
I was finna say, when does he get blackballed? I know he gets blackballed at some point. Let me know when. You can't forget about that, brother, please.
Unleashing off-the-dribble shots
Oh,
from
shit.
behind the arc. Instead, he's largely forgotten, barely a footnote in the oral history of the NBA. How could we have gone from a singular talent who was a better shooting
shit.
version of Allen Iverson to a player who was out of the league within 2 years? For several years, Abdul-Rauf did not stand for the national anthem before games.
There
His
we
faith
go.
in
That's
Islam
why.
demonstrated a strong dedication to living a principled life. In protest of the oppression and racism that exists to this day in the United States, he would either continue stretching or stay in the locker room while the anthem was sung.
Fuck.
In March of 1996, a reporter did a story on this, and it became a sensation. And rather than honoring his constitutional right to express how he felt, the NBA suspended him for a game, the Nuggets benched him, and within 2 years, he was completely out of the league. While we are
There's absolutely no way that shit happened. He's the first, but back to back like that is, come on, bro.
blessed to be able to still see him filled up with the big three, looking in good enough
50
shape that you might think
at
he could still
50.
get on an NBA court. Let's not forget the legacy he left. As one of the first guards to utilize the pull-up jump shot from distance to level the playing field for all the smaller guys out there, making them as valuable.
Just let you know. It literally just let you know. I'm not gonna say too much, but it just let you know.
If not more, than the traditional big men that the NBA has valued for so
Come
long.
here, nigga.
Who knows? Maybe it was
fuck you
playing
thought?
against him that made Steve Kerr believe in the off-the-dribble three and unleash this weapon in the Warriors' offense. And the next time you see Steph Curry hit a three-pointer and celebrate in the way
Yeah,
back
remember.
down, give a salute to
Pussy.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf while you're at it. And don't let anyone forget who